When you talk about MJF and Chris Jericho, you're talking about two of the top stars in AEW. We really have nothing left to prove on our own. I'm a world champion, the first world champion in AEW, and MJF is a future world champion, no doubt about it. I think where the real danger comes in, though, put us together. I don't think we've ever seen a team like this in modern times.
Now, when I look at MJF and Chris Jericho, I don't see a team. I see a couple individualistic narcissists. Individually, you guys are better than us, and we know it. But I think you all are more concerned with one-upping each other than actually getting it done in the ring and securing the victory. The Varsity Blondes is a combination of two young guys with unparalleled athleticism, unrivaled genetics.
Our first match, it just sort of clicked, and since then, we've just kind of taken this journey together, and everything's been great.
Tony came up to us, he said, you know, you guys look good, we'll call you the Blondes. And I thought, you know what? That sounds like something I've heard of before.
Absolutely.
I've first met Brian Pillman, I think, when he was 2 or 3 years old. I was always a big admirer of Brian Pillman Sr. and only met him one time. And he had a little bit of a soft spot for me, even though he just met me because he knew that I had trained in Calgary, which is where he trained. And he also told me, too, if you really want to make it in wrestling, you have to do something different. And I always carried that advice with me.
I look around this locker room and it's really eerie to me because a lot of these people here, a lot of guys, they know my dad more than I ever got to know him. And to me, that's a learning experience. I can pick their brains, I can ask them for advice. And there are a lot of father figures for me in that locker room. I look up to Cody Rhodes, I look up to Dustin. And in a lot of ways, I look up to you, Chris. But when we step in that ring, it's no more brotherly love.
Nothing but upside for Brian Pillman Jr., but obviously it's always the same thing for a second-generation wrestler who's got a lot to live up to. I think it's, once again, another one of those inevitable paths where sooner or later Jericho and Pillman would face each other. Nothing but positive vibes and respect for the potential of these two guys and the potential of what they have as a tag team. They just don't have the potential to beat Jericho and MJF at this stage of the game, and probably never.